Considered by many to be the greatest Disney film ever made, the 1940 film Pinocchio is told through the eyes of Jiminy Cricket. He tells how woodcarver Geppetto makes a wooden puppet called Pinocchio and how he wishes it was a real boy. Then one night he sees a shooting star and the next morning Pinocchio has come to life. One day when walking to school, Pinocchio is persuaded to join a travelling show where he performs with other puppets, and when he tries to return home to Geppetto, he is locked up by the owner of the travelling show. He is rescued by a magical fairy, but when he starts lying about what he's been up to, his nose starts to grow. Eventually, Pinocchio and Jiminy Cricket return home, but discover Geppetto has gone to sea in search of him and has been swallowed by a whale. Pinocchio sets out to free Geppetto from the whale's belly, but drowns trying to save him. Because he has proved himself to be good though, he is brought back to life by the fairy and his puppet strings are removed, finally making him a real boy. The film is a classic, but the original Adventures of Pinocchio by Carlo Collodi, which the film is based on, tells a much darker story. It was originally published as a weekly series in a comic-type newspaper for children. Carlo often describes Pinocchio as a wretched and thoroughly disobedient boy who laughs in the face and steals the wig of his creator and father, Geppetto. In these stories, Jiminy Cricket is not the wise guide friend of Pinocchio, but the opposite, and when he tries to tell Pinocchio off for rebelling against his father, Pinocchio bashes the insect's head in with a hammer and kills him. Pinocchio is often starved, tortured, robbed and kidnapped and has his wooden legs burnt off. Nearly every chapter of the book indicates the author's contempt for badly behaved children, with Pinocchio being made an example of what happens to disobedient kids. Carlo did not want the story to have a happy ending at all, and wanted to end Pinocchio's life by hanging him, but publishers were horrified by this ending and he was forced to bring Pinocchio back to life. This is when he introduces a child with blue hair, the character that becomes the magical fairy in the Disney film. But even after being brought back, the writer continued to endure torture and abuse upon Pinocchio in the stories, which thankfully was never shown in the film.